Welcome to another exciting episode of Dice and Friends. Woo! I'm your monotone DM, rpgKyle, but your mom calls me Kyle, and so does everyone else. Nope, didn't work as well.
When you say that that's a bad joke, I'm gonna be personally offended.
It's not a bad joke, it just doesn't work coming out of my mouth. So, we're gonna introduce our players. First we have...
Hi, I'm Amanda. I go by witchy.brew on the internet, the interesting world of the internet. My character's name is Olga, and she is a half-orc barbarian.
And my name is Dan. I go by danmorachcosplay on the interwebs. My character is Garth, and he is a cleric Triton from the sea.
My name is Courtney. My character's name is Buick. My handle on the interwebs is spooky.fae, F-A-E, which is cool to spell out all the time. And my character is a Lythiri elf warlock, but also I'm a werewolf.
Ooh. My name is Mike, and I am also on the internet as Hammy73, and I am a vampire man who loves Jesus. Next.
Yay!
It's a twist.
What a twist.
My name is Paul. I go by Mr. Paultran everywhere, I guess.
But your mom calls me this.
My character is Rivern, who is an elf warlock.
I always think you're a cleric.
Yeah.
That's Dan.
Really? It's probably just my personality.
I'm Pedro. I go by the internet as pedrorayz. I am a zombie rogue by the name of rpgKyle.
Woo! Yay!
So you're pedrorayz.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Wowzay.
I mean, it's actually kind of smart because I could remember.
This is Rocco. If you hear screaming in the background ever, it's him. And if you see me urgently running off screen, it's to like touch him on the back so that he calms down.
To remind him that he's a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Character development. I love it, and he loves Jesus.
Like a little fun fact.
And she killed a guy when she was 3.
Yeah. Just like that.
I was like 5 seconds away from trying to do 2 truths and a lie. I was gonna be like, one time I dropped my cell phone out of a moving car, and I was like, I can't think of lies fast enough for this.
You're just not a liar. You're just not a liar boy.
Too much truth.
Too much truth. You're just a truthful boy. Okay, so last time on Of Dice and Friends, our adventurers peeked out of the mountaintop summit that they had previously escaped from this cave that they were trapped in or held in conscription. After that, Miyuk, once seeing the moon in the sky, not quite at its fullest peak, but still full enough to feel the effects of an extraterrestrial force on her body, she got a vision, and it said something along the lines of, "You are mine, you are under my control, tonight I will drink the spoils of your harvest," and blah blah blah, and she could feel that it was part of her werewolf background that was speaking to her. After that, our awesome party set out down the mountain to try and get to the bottom. We had the sky getting darker, as it began to finally dissipate and the sun started to make its final shadows across the land, the full moon took effect and Miyuk transformed into her uncontrollable werewolf self. Olga went to comfort her, and in her best efforts couldn't do it. And Miyuk attacked Olga. Afterwards, Miyuk, when she shed her skin, dropped her skin, she ran the opposite direction, and Olga picked up her skin and put it on her? I guess? After that, the party decided to move separately of Miyuk in the opposite direction in case Miyuk were to possibly come looking for them in her current state of rage. After that, as the night went on, the party started to notice that it was going to be not so easy to survive the night in this cold, and it took a toll on several of the party members. Once it reached around 9 p.m., so they had been traveling for about 5 hours, the party was caught unawares by an entangle spell thrown from the darkness and affecting Garth and Kirkin. Miyuk, separately of the party, off in the distance, found herself coming to her own cognition in a glade, a quiet glade where the snow was falling. There was a few sparsely trees where she could see she was surrounded by 2 lupine figures, which she began to converse with. And I believe that is where we stopped. Right?
I think, did you guys roll initiative for the...
Vines?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I think so.
So the party has rolled initiative, and first to act was Paul. Paul began to converse with the entity known as Natasha of the Mountain, retcon, and...
Oh shit, right.
Yeah. And she was like, "What are you doing here?" And Rivern said, "We're just running. Passing through. And she was like, "I call bullshit." And then, that's where we left off. So, currently, when we center down onto the majority of the party, we have Rivern engaged in conversation with an unknown entity from the darkness, who has made herself, or named herself, Natasha of the Mountain.
I'm pretty sure I said some stupid shit to her, didn't I?
Natasha does not take offense by what you said. Natasha was... Why am I saying Natasha? I was quick to say that I would give you one reason why I should not kill you. But honestly, I am here to protect this mountain. I am here working for my one and only High Priestess, and I will carry out my mission.
Cool. Would you like us to be off the mountain?
Yes, that is preferable. Anyone who is coming from the top of the mountain or the bottom of the mountain, I am supposed to stop. It does not matter what they are doing. I am supposed to guard this region.
Well, you should get us to the bottom of the mountain so we can get off your mountain really quickly. For you, not for us.
Why should I let you live?
Remember 10 seconds ago when you said, "Give me one reason why you should live," and then you did that whole speech where you said, "No, that was too harsh. I'm just trying to do my job."
Well, I retconned myself because I realized most of the characters in this campaign have sounded like that, so I decided to take a new approach on life and get a new personality.
Wow. Then it would definitely be cool if you didn't kill us and just let us go to the bottom of the hill.
But what incentive do I have for that?
$1 million.
I do not need money. I am a druid of the frost.
Yeah, I don't need money either.
Well, that makes two of us. Anyways, enough with your jibber jabber. We are going to battle.
Oh fuck.
Okay, so currently in the battle, we have Rivern and Garth are entangled in a mass of icy vines that have sprung up from the ground. Currently, we have Rivern attacking first, not necessarily attacking, but it is Rivern's turn to act. So Rivern, what do you do?
Okay, how far am I? Where's my position at technically? So like, I see.
So
Guard.
in the marching orders, we have currently Kirkin and Garth are actually towards the back of the pack, and then rpgKyle is just in front of them on the outside of the entangled vines. We've got you next, like you are forward next, and then we've got Olga in the front, peering out into the darkness.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I am going to try and free Garth.
Ooh, okay. Tell me how you would like to do that.
I am going
just
to.
Garth?
No, it's cool. It's fine.
Wow, okay. Now we know
No,
where Rivern's loyalties lie.
I mean,
Cool.
that's what I mean. I'll get Kirkin too.
No, I'm good.
I can only do one at a time. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the moment.
Oh, if you cast Firebolt at the vines... Oh no, go ahead. I will let you do this. Go ahead and cast Firebolt at the vines. You know how to use your spells to cast Firebolt? Firebolt is a ranged spell attack. So what you're going to do is you are going to roll a d20, and you are going to add your spellcasting modifier, which is +4.
So +4. Okay. 8.
What? Did you roll a 4?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't think it's really hard to hit, considering it's a patch of vines. You're just aiming at a spot. So, go ahead and describe for me what happens. You succeed.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so I wave my hands and, like, purple glyphs appear and a bolt of fire just shoots out and hits the vines.
This bolt of fire shoots out and hits these icy vines. As they burn, you also realize that the fire is aimed directly at Garth and Kirkin. Garth and Kirkin, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw to see if you are hit by the fire.
Okay.
Tonight's my night. I can feel it. 16.
15.
With a 16 and a 15, let's check what Rivern's spell save DC is. Do you know what that is, Rivern? It's on the back by your spells.
So I'll say 14.
14. So, both of you succeed in dodging out of the way of Rivern's firebolt. You are now not entangled in the weeds any longer. Natasha screams out, "How dare you burn my vines!"
How dare you blaze my weeds?
I think you might have just pissed her off.
420 light it up.
Anyone who scorches the earth like that does not deserve to live.
Girl. Anyway.
So, anyways, next in the order is whom? We have Garth.
I was still going alphabetical. I was like, Pedro.
No, we have Garth, who's recently been set free of the vines. Acting quickly, Garth takes initiative, and he...
Okay,
he sighs deeply.
I know I'm out of character right now. I'm kind of torn because I still don't feel like we should be attacking her.
Can we see what's in there?
What's in
No,
where?
right? What's in the woods? Because I mean, like, apparently it's just it's dark, right?
You
Out of
cannot.
character, Dan, you should just fuck her up because we tried to ask her to let us go. Like, let's just kill something.
All right, I'm gonna draw my crossbow or shoot at her with my crossbow. I guess I'm just going for it. I'm taking
What-
Kirkin's advice.
Direction are you shooting in? Because currently you don't know where she is.
Oh, we don't know where she is. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
In that case, can I? This isn't so much of an attack, but can I cast light?
You may cast light.
Okay.
Where are you looking to cast light? Currently, you're setting. Actually, let's see. Let's look at the map. So right now, you guys are kind of on the downslope of a snowy ridge, and you're surrounded by several trees. Probably within view, you can see about 20 trees. They're not specifically dense, though. Most of them are dead, kind of. Well, not dead. They're dead for the winter. They don't have leaves. They're not extremely big. Only 2 of them have thick trunks. The rest are pretty measly as far as trees go.
Okay. I can obviously see where Paul is, right?
Do you have dark vision?
I don't know if I specifically do. I don't see how I wouldn't, because I'm from this place called Ocean.
So, for those of you who have dark vision, which is everybody with the exception of Olga, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I do.
Oh my gosh, you all have dark vision. Okay, yeah, you guys can all see each other within like a 60-foot range. You can see Kirkin, you can actually see farther than anyone. You can see double everyone's vision.
Yeah, true that. And I'm looking, and I'm not seeing much.
Go ahead
But
and
I'm saying,
Go ahead and make a perception check out of out of turn, and then Garth, go ahead and you were gonna cast light, correct?
I was gonna cast light, yeah.
So let
I
me.
got a 14.
Okay, with a 14, you look around and you see several objects in the dark that kind of just look like, because it's dim. You can see that far with dim light. They look like. It could be somebody, it could be rocks or a snowdrift, you're not 100% sure, but there's about 3 or 4 of those spread out in an arc away from you. In about 180 degrees, like, you have one...
Cool, great. I discern that information to everyone
Okay.
and act and sound real stupid when I say, I don't know, they could be people, they could be snowbags, they could be drifts, I don't know, they could be rocks. What do you want from me?
That being said, casting light, do you know the range of light and the...
I don't actually...
I'm looking it up right now.
remember.
Is it just the spell light?
I think the way we used it before was I could cast it onto an object,
You
so
can
that
do that.
object would glow.
Yes, you can do that. So you touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. The light can be colored as you like, completely covering the object with something opaque blocks the light. The spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action.
Well, I feel like if everyone can see further than that, there's no point.
Yes, you think
Okay.
that is the case.
Yes, okay.
Oh,
Can I
and
pitch in an idea?
Kirkit,
Okay.
sure, yeah.
This is just thinking, but we're out in the cold. We're out of our element. We've lost Miyuk. Maybe fleeing is our best option.
Is that an option?
I mean, I have an idea of how I can make it an option.
How so?
I still got my dynamite, right?
Christ.
Just launch it into the woods and we just sprint for it.
Okay, keep in mind, the clock is ticking as you guys are having this conversation.
Okay,
I mean, can we kind of still negotiate with her? She hasn't really attacked us yet. We should
She
just
covered my body in vines.
Just burn her vines, and she seems pretty pissed.
Well, she is pissed, but she hasn't attacked yet, so
How strong does she look?
we don't know what she looks like.
Can I do a perception? Wait, really?
Yeah,
It's just
that's
a
why-
disembodied voice?
Yeah, it's just
That's
in
why
the
I was
woods
gonna
that-
cast light.
Dang.
Before trying to blindly attack, my only other idea is to try and detect magic, but I can't really do that in like a wide radius, can I?
I
Because
believe
I figured she's a magical person, so if I could detect her, I
detect
could try and detect her direction.
magic.
I can't hear you, Kyle.
I'm sorry. Detect
Okay.
magic. I
It'd
believe.
be hard to run from a person that we don't even know where they are.
So yeah, and detect magic has presence within 30 feet of you.
Well, Kyle said it's a slope
Okay.
down the hill. Maybe we can just dive and roll for it and just.
I'm down with trying to run. I
Yeah.
feel like rather than just talking about what we should do and she hasn't attacked us, Paul's right. Pedro, I don't even know if we got to use your dynamite yet. I say we just fucking try and go.
I feel like she wants us off the mountain. We can just.
Okay. All right.
How about this, guys? Okay, Kyle, I'm gonna cast light on my mace, like I did when we were in the cave,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and run down the slope.
Okay.
And if
so
people will see me, because they'll see my mace,
correct. If you
and that
run
might
down.
cast light a little further, and we still can't hear you, but that's my plan.
Sorry, thank you. If you cast light on your mace and you run down the slope, looking at the map, you will be headed towards the southeast. If you're going
Okay.
down the slope that you're on, like directly down. If you want to go at a slight angle and not go directly down, you can still head south.
Were we avoiding southeast?
Yes, because of Courtney.
Yes, right, because of Courtney. Right. Okay, let's go. I'll try and figure out south
So you're gonna dash 60 feet towards the south.
with my torch of a mace.
Okay. So when you dash 60 feet towards the south, you can make out.
Wait. Can I do something before he goes? Can I
Yeah.
can I give him can I cast heroism on him?
Please.
Yes, because, well, if Pedro wants to forego his action, you can.
My lady.
Okay, thank you. I like slap him on the back with and then I have my megaphone out and I'm like, you can do it! Go! Go!
On your marks, get set.
What effect does heroism add to?
It is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. And yeah, so no one's gonna hurt him when he runs off by himself.
For you, what is your
Much appreciated.
spellcasting ability modifier? Is it charisma?
My spellcasting ability modifier?
Yes.
Yes.
And so what is that? What number is that? Is it a +3 or 4?
4.
4. Okay, so go ahead and give your pep talk one more time.
Garth, I know this is very scary, but just remember that snow is basically water, so you're in your element. Go for it.
All right. So, can I make my action?
Yeah.
Or
So
do I
with
have-
this inspirational pep talk, you feel invigorated with +4 additional hit points, and you feel the desire to take off down the mountain, which you do.
Don't die.
Thank you.
Are you just sprinting down as fast as you can?
Well, I kind of want to sprint and say, just like, yell to everyone to like follow behind me.
That's like an intimidating fucking thing to see in the dark. Somebody
Yeah.
just lights up their mace and runs in a direction, and they're like, "Follow me!" Okay. So, as you sprint through the snow, you can feel the sloshing ground underneath you, kind of trying to slip you up, but you manage to stay on your feet. As you're sprinting in the direction, as you're sprinting towards the south, as you're sprinting towards the southeast, oh no. Oh, sorry. My computer just is trying to update something. As you're sprinting towards the southeast, oh no!
Oh no, you run off a cliff.
No, oh no! In front of you, you see two lumps growing ever closer, and as you get closer with your bright light, Kier can make out that the one to your right is somebody crouched down in the snow.
Be careful, there's a dude very crouched in the snow on your right.
So just off to your right, Garth, when you lift your head up, you can see about 60 feet in front of you, barely lit, is someone crouched down in the snow.
Okay, I don't have any attack options anymore, do I?
No. You've completely run out of your action.
I can't, like, hold up my shield or anything?
I mean, you can lift it up.
Okay, I just want to at least put it in front of me.
Okay, yeah, you like shield wall yourself, and you've got your shining bright mace behind the shield, and if someone were to look at you from the dark, it'd be really cool because you just see this, like, dark shield outline backlit by a bright light, and then you see... what is everyone else doing? Next up would be Kirkin to take action.
Oh god, Kirkin shakes his head and is like, oh, why? Oh god, fish. It like just runs in the same direction towards Garth.
Okay, where specifically are you looking to run to? Because you can make it 45 feet, so you can actually make it 15 feet behind Garth and still have the ability to do something.
Yeah, so I don't want to dash, because I don't need to. So I think I'll just use the... Well, how far away is Garth from these people?
60 feet between Garth and the person crouched down in the snow that you could see.
Also, just to interject really quickly there, Kirkin, just so you know, my intention of doing this is to kind of be bait to draw them out for everyone else.
Great.
I'm not trying to be like ridiculous. I'm just trying to actually like pull them out from where they are.
Keep in mind, you can't retcon that conversation.
I know. Sorry.
So I'm gonna run. Yeah, I'm gonna run to be 15 feet behind Dan, I suppose. But there's nothing really for me to attack at this point because they're 60 feet away. No, you know what? No. Yeah. No.
You have, oh no, yeah. Even with your, yeah, no.
Yeah, okay, fuck it. I'll use Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. Okay, what are you gonna do with Sacred Flame?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, as we flip through the player's manual to go to Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame.
Radiance descends on a creature you can see within range. It's just 1d8. 60 feet range.
So the person in the snow is 60 feet away from Garth, so you technically can't reach them. You can see them, but that's only because you have freakishly far eyesight.
Got it. Okay, then I just stop and I go, "Hey, friend, you really drew these guys out. Don't know if that was your plan or not, but you did a great job."
Thanks.
Okay.
And other than that, I'll go, "Hey, you guys should also do this with us because there's 2 dudes ripe for the murdering."
You know who they are?
Bob and Jim, I say sarcastically. Can you believe it? They're out here on the mountains, Bob and Jim.
Also,
wow.
keep in mind that, like, Kirkin just ran over and, like, he's yelling back to you, "Hey, you should come over here." And then Olga's like, "Yeah, but who is it?" And he's like, "Bob and Jim." All happening on the mountain out loud. Love your guys' attention to self. Okay, so that happens. Kirkin and Garth, from where you are, you see a green mystical light start to swirl around the figure who's crouched in the snow, and that light illuminates the articles of clothing that they're wearing. You see some heavy, thick skins, animal skins, kind of ruffle up as the person stands to their full height, and as if their very skin was hardening, you see it start to crystallize into a dark, icy, black substance, and all of their skin looks like it has taken on the appearance of the very trees that surround you.
So they just look like a tree.
Well, they look like a person with tree skin. Bark
Got screwed.
skin. Their skin's made of bark because they cast bark skin on themselves.
Really unfortunate.
Got it.
And with casting bark skin, you hear Natasha yell out, "This is not my first..." Oh god, that is not her voice. Natasha of the Mountain. "This is not my first fight, and it will not be my last. I make my stand here."
No one cares about you. We don't even know where you are.
Well, I was just saying in case you did care. I guess
we don't.
I am monologuing my own fight because I think it is something that an evil person would do.
No, it's because you're hiding like a baby and you're sending all your tree men after us and
Hey,
you're fine to
hey, listen.
for a creature.
Don't make fun of me. That's not called for.
Okay, no, you're right.
Olga pulls out a snack and is just like eating it, and it's like, this is good writing. Whoever did this writing's really good. I'm gonna keep this for one of my shows.
Speaking of, the next person to act in order of initiative is Paul. But before we do that, let's transition the audience's gaze over to a quiet glade on the southeastern side of the mountain. You have a bloody-clawed werewolf form Miyuk as she speaks to two lupine creatures. One snowy white with icy blue gaze, and the other pitch black like the sky surrounding them with an icy blue gaze as well.
So the last thing I said to the wolves was...
The last thing I
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I asked them what they were doing here, and they said, "We're hunting just like you." And I said, "Nobody hunts like me."
Correct.
Dun dun dun.
The wolves look at each other and then stare back at you silently.
Miyuk looks down at her bloody hands and say, "Do you hunt your own pack? Do you hunt your own family and friends? Nobody hunts like me."
The wolves, slightly taken aback, both look at you and say, one says, the white one says, "Why would we ever hunt our own kind? We're not cannibals."
Consider yourselves lucky. You have the free will to choose not to do so.
This is fucking intimidating. I'm gonna have you make a con check. And with that 12, you start to feel yourself and your consciousness slip back and be completely enveloped by anger and rage. It's almost as if you are in a chair viewing a movie, and through your eyelids you can see your body lunge forward and attack both of these creatures.
Wow, Courtney.
Can I try and yell? Shut the fuck up. Can I try and yell, "Get away from me," before I completely change, or do you think I just completely
How would you
change
do
it?
that?
Just scream at them, "Get away from me!"
You, as yourself, in your consciousness, you try to make your lips form the words that say, "Get away from me," but it's just met with growls and snarls from the beast that you are. You rip into the black one, sending it hurling over to the side, your claws fresh with their warm blood. And with that, your eyelids and your consciousness fades away. Back to the other group.
Wow.
Sorry?
You find a tiny bird and you snap its neck.
Rivern, you are... it is your turn to take action, and you feel the need to... do what?
I feel. I don't know. I'm with the group. What do you guys think we should do?
You're gonna ask the rest of the group what? Okay. So River turns. River, do you say that to Garth and Kirkin?
What do we do?
Or are you just talking to Olga and Reze who are next to you?
Yeah. We'll do Olga and Reze.
Okay. So Olga and Reze.
Guys, what should we do?
Olga shrugs and she's like, I haven't worked out in a while, so this will be nice. And she pulls out her mace.
Oh.
And I'm just gonna say it's your turn.
It's your turn, maybe you should figure
The
out.
voice of the DM says that it's your turn, and you gotta make the decision.
Reze's body just gets taken over by an entity, a godly entity who says, don't ask them, it's your turn.
I don't know, where do you want to eat?
Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and what do I have in my arsenal of spells and stuff? Bear with me a minute. Okay, let's try.
Do you have legs? Legs that will help bring you to us?
You know Rivern, especially with Kirkin probably making a sarcastic remark from the bottom of the mountain saying, hey Rivern, I know you got spells and stuff, but they're probably not gonna reach down here, so maybe you should use your legs.
Alright, so I'm just gonna run towards them.
Okay, where are you intending on placing yourself? Because you have Garth crouched down in the snow further down the slope. You have Kirkin held up about 15 feet behind him, looking off into the distance at the figure. Where are you trying to place yourself in relation to them?
Right behind Kirkin.
Right behind Kirkin? Okay, so
Yes.
as
From a
you
battle line.
kind of jog down the mountain, because you're not dashing, you're not sprinting, you just move a little bit more than you would with regular walking speed. You jog down and put your, I imagine you like put your arm or like your hand just rests on Kirkin's shoulder, and from there you can't see what they can see, so you're just like, what are we looking at?
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just
Okay.
like, what is that? What are you looking at? What's going on?
There was a big snow lump that turned into a tree man. So I think we're gonna fight it.
And Rivern, even from where you're at positioned, you still don't see this tree lump man that Kirkin is talking about.
Yeah. All right. So now I don't know what else I should be doing.
You just stop.
Yeah, just stop.
You are here.
So Kirkin tells Rivern to just stop, and with that being said, Rivern is defeated.
I mean, I feel like I just run up
Do
towards.
you have anything that would help them? Like any spells or anything that you could cast on
Well,
other people?
I only have like defensive spells that are on me.
also though, to get to Kirkin, it took Rivern a little bit more than his actual movement, but not so much that he sprinted forward, but enough that you don't think he has time to do anything else before Garth feels the need to act again.
Wait, I haven't gone. What the heck?
Wait, what? No, you did. You buffed Garth, and then You buffed Garth, and now it's Garth's turn again, and then it will be rpgKyle and then Olga. Olga's anticipating the battle, and she can feel herself raring to go.
She's so far away.
Okay, so how close again are these two figures to me?
They're 60 feet in front of you. One off to the right, one off to the left.
And how close is Mute?
The one off to the
Or
left.
not Mute, Kirkin to me.
You can see the one off to the left is just it's like a mound of snow.
Right.
The one off to the right is the one who's turned themselves into like a bark. Like
I'm 15 feet behind you.
You're behind me? Okay.
Yeah.
And no one else
Apparently can't move.
is anyone else close to us right now? On our team?
No one
Paul
else on
is
your team.
By me.
Oh, Paul, yeah. Paul just
Okay.
Paul ran up behind Kirkin and put his arm on Kirkin's shoulder and was like, what are we looking at, guys?
Okay.
Such a Paul thing.
Can I charge at the figure who turned its flesh to bark and strike it?
You cannot make it that far. and
Can't make it that
strike.
far. I didn't think so.
You can get about halfway to them and then do an action. However, to get all the way to them, you would need to sprint, barrel at them, and then they would probably have a turn, you think, on you. Or a turn.
And switching to my crossbow right now would take up an action, wouldn't it?
No, you can do that. You've been sitting in the snow, perched behind your shield. So I think if you wanted to switch over to your crossbow, you could definitely do that.
And use it?
Yes.
Okay, I will do that. I want to fire at them.
So you're leaving your shield in the snow, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
my shield, my mace is sitting there.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, I will aim at them and I'll do a roll to hit right now. 18, nice.
Okay, so with an 18, you definitely hit.
Okay.
Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead and describe what you're doing for me, and then roll for damage.
What was it I add for my damage? I forget. It's been a few
For
episodes
your
since
damage,
I actually...
you are going to add Dex, and it's going to be 1d8.
Yeah, I don't have a dex mod. So yeah, I will just kind of mount my crossbow on the back of my shield. That's kind of like sticking to the snow.
Okay.
Just try and fire into their torso, in just the center of their upper torso. And I rolled with my d8. I got a 3.
Okay. So, Garth, you mount your crossbow on the back of your shield just as a stabilizer, and you pop a shot off at the figure in the snow. They have just stood up and turned their entire body into this bark-like substance, and as they see you mounting your crossbow, they dart forward in an effort to dodge out of the way, but you impale a crossbow bolt. Flies and impales right into their shoulder, and you hear a blood-curdling, it's a scream from a very angry druid lady, and
I knew she was a druid. I knew it.
Yeah, you just hear
Wow.
you just hear her go, I'm a druid, why would you shoot me? But she gives away the fact that she's a druid somehow. But she does scream, and she does take 3 points of damage from that wound in her shoulder.
Okay, I will just stay kind of braced in that position with my crossbow and end my turn.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna make my way over to where all the action is.
Making my way down.
Okay, you can get all the way up to... You could get all the way up to Garth, which is 60 feet away from the figure, or you can get all the way up to Kirkin, who is 45 feet away, but you will not be able to take another action. You could get about halfway to the rest of them and take an action if you wanted to take an action. Or you can just use your entire movement to get all the way up.
I'm gonna use my entire movement and stay behind Garth.
Okay, so...
And back up.
rpgKyle rushes down the slopes, the snowy slopes, to get placement just behind Garth, and Garth, you hear rpgKyle run up to your side.
Okay.
Alright, so if that is the end for rpgKyle, then it will be Olga's.
I'm like, how far away? 60 feet away?
Yes, you're 60 feet away from Garth, you're 45 feet away from Kirkin.
What?
You're muted. Muted? Witchy. Sorry.
Hello?
Say something?
Hello?
It was
I
silent.
can't hear Kyle.
No, Witchy.
Buddy.
Everyone went quiet, right?
Yeah, everyone went really
Okay,
quiet.
cool. That was really spooky.
That was spooky to me too.
And we can all hear each other now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so Witchy, you are 60 feet away from Garth, and with his bright shining mace and shield perched in the snow, and then with that light and also your dark vision, you can see that Kirkin is staggered behind Garth about 15 feet away with Rivern by his side, and you just saw rpgKyle dash up to meet Garth's side.
Okay, so I'm gonna run down to as close to Garth as I can get
Okay,
in my turn, and then I'm gonna cast.
you cannot.
Blah.
So,
Not.
Garth, basically what he did is he just shot down the mountain as fast as he could go, and he took double his move, so he didn't have an action that turn.
And I'm gonna run to Kirkin. Do I have an ability to do something?
You can get halfway, you can get about 15 feet behind Kirkin and then do something.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna cast heat metal on my longsword.
Oh, cool, okay. So what does that do?
Where did it go? I had it up. My iPad just died. Wonderfully.
It's okay, I can pull it up too.
It heats the metal on her
It
sword.
does. It heats the metal on my sword, obviously, and you cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature that comes in physical contact with this object takes 2d8 fire damage until the
Damn.
spell ends, and I get a bonus action with it.
Oh fuck, you get a bonus action?
That's rad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Such
How long's the last one?
Second level spell. Only a minute, I think.
Swing it.
So you want to do it now?
Well, I don't think we're gonna fight a druid.
Oh.
I feel like now that we found out it's a druid, we're gonna be like, hey, listen, we wanna leave.
You can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage. Cool! Okay, so basically
Yeah.
it's 2d8 fire damage every time,
Yeah, I hit with it.
and that is an additional damage to what your actual weapon damage will be.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. I love it. So you are posting up about, you know what? It's fine. No, that's not fair. That's not fair to everyone else. Okay, so you are.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So
Are you sure it's not fair?
it's not fair. It's not fair.
Pretty fair to me.
So, Olga, how I imagine this happens. So basically, Olga, you're gonna go get 15 feet behind.
Slide down the
Kirkin
mountain.
and Rivern, yeah, you can slide down the mountain. Oh, is that what you're doing? Are you like?
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna
I'm
jump?
baseball sliding.
Slide down the mountain and
Yeah.
cast your spell on your
I
sword
do
while
like
you
a
go.
Barrett Dundarian, like.
Oh my
Melisandre.
god, this is so cool.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I do one of those, and I stand up, and then for my additional action, I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
well, you don't get an additional
Wait, I
action.
have a bonus action when I cast the spell.
Yeah, no, it's bonus action, meaning like it's a your
Movement
bonus
or a hit?
action is that each time you go and attack somebody, you can cause the sword to like, your mace. You can cause your mace to give off that 2d6 like fire burst, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I read it differently. Never mind.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm the rule giver, and it's horrible. I hate it.
It's fine. But I only did this to maybe scare the druid because I don't want to fight her.
Are you gonna
So
yell out something
yes.
and kind of try and intimidate her, maybe?
Maybe not intimidate, but kind of reason. But I mean, I guess it is an intimidation because I have a flaming sword in my hand.
Go ahead and roleplay what you're trying to
My
say. to her.
iPad just died and I don't have any of my numbers.
You're not intimidating
Make-
her, you're just role-playing, so you can just say whatever you want to say.
Okay. So I'll be like, I heard that you yelled you were a druid, and I know druids are not initially aggressive people. You heal the sick and you help people in this forest, and we're not trying to become civil in this forest. We're trying to leave. We're trying to get out. So if you just let us leave, that would be great. We're not trying to disturb your forest.
She says,
The crossbow was an accident.
she says, she yells out, my alarm is going on.
She got so spooky all of a sudden.
She says,
She just opens her mouth and that noise comes out.
I think I'd run.
oh my god. It's like a
Critical success on intimidation.
she says, I regret yelling, oh my druid body when he hit me with that bolt. But what I will say is, even though druids are normally the healers, yes, they are the protectors, I am the protector of this frosty glade, and I will keep protecting it. Do you know why? I will tell you why. Because someone
Tell
has...
me. I interrupted her just like that.
She says, how rude. But anyways, I was saying, someone has offered me eternal great icy power if I can keep this side of the mountain safe, and I will do that.
What's his name? Tempest?
No, it is the high priestess herself. What is the fucking name? I don't have my book with all the names in it.
You can retcon it later.
I'm gonna retcon it later, but you know it is, she screams out the same name of the lady who's actually in charge of Tempest. Lysis? Ciliae?
Lysis, she promised us stuff too and she never gave it to us.
Are you wait. If you do this, you're gonna be trying to what? Persuade her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
But I am telling the truth.
before you do this, Kirkin, do you want to allow Olga to continue this conversation before you burst into action?
No.
Witchy, you're muted again, yeah? Witchy, try
I
to say
say-
something.
This druid's even more dramatic than Kirkin.
You're right, dead man, and I'm not the most dramatic of all.
So right in the middle of Olga's monologue with this, or dialogue, I guess. It's not a monologue if you're conversing with two people. Right in the middle of Olga's dialogue with this druid, Kirkin
runs up closer to her.
Okay, so you can go past Garth and Rayz if you wish, or you can meet up with them. They're 15 feet in front of you. Olga, or Witchy, just want to make sure you are muted, right?
No.
Oh, okay, because sometimes
Was I?
it like goes in and out for me, but
That's
just
weird.
you're good now. Okay. So Kirkin, you can go past Garth, but you see Garth and Rayz are posted up about 15 feet in front of you, crouched down. The druid lady is kind of readying herself about 60 feet away from them.
Okay. I am going to use. I'm gonna run up so that I'm 15 feet behind
Garth and Rayz.
Garth, and I have 45, and she's 60 away from Garth.
Yes.
So I'm gonna travel my max 45 so that I'm within 15 feet
Yes.
of her.
So what?
But walking.
Yeah. So, like, you see, so what's gonna happen is Garth and Rayz, from behind you, you hear Kirkin, or you hear the footsteps of Kirkin. How are you walking? You're just walking.
Yeah, I'm just like walking, and my hands are in the air, and I'm like, look, we just wanna go. It's not a big, listen, hey, everything's good. And I just wanna like try and get closer to her and just be like, it's fine. You know what, I'll roll a performance. Okay, I got a critical fail.
Okay, so as you do this, she says, don't come any closer. I know that you mean me harm. God, her accent is just all over the place today.
Listen, you're right. You know, I do mean you harm. You're right. But listen, we just want to go. And how far am I away now?
You're 15 feet, you're 30 feet away from her. And and Garth and Rayz, you see that Kirkin has supplanted himself directly between you and the druid.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Charm Person though.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you want me to just hold it up to the camera so you can read it?
I mean, I have it. I have it right here. Yeah. But you can you read it for the audience?
You attempt to charm a humanoid you see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw, and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. Dan. If it fails a saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends or until your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you.
Okay, so they are going to roll versus your spell save DC. Oh no, what is the, it's against your spell save DC, yeah? Okay, right, yes, okay. So, she rolled a 15 for her first roll, and her second roll is a 13.
Oh yeah, no, she's good. She's not charmed.
She says, your silly spells will not work on me, boy. I have been around the block many a time. I have met many a man, and no man has ever charmed this druid. Natasha of the Mountain. And she says her name
Not
again.
particularly surprised.
Nobody asked your opinion anyways! And then she fires off. What does she do? She's going to... Oh, damn it! Wow, cool. Okay. She's gonna say, no one asked your opinion anyways! And she sprints towards you, using her full action to get as close as she can to Kirkin. You don't know that she is only getting, oh no, she can get to you. Oh, she can get to you! You moved yourself 30 feet up. Okay, or 45 feet up. So she's gonna run straight up to Kirkin with her quarterstaff in hand, and she's gonna take one long bat at you, but like she's hitting a baseball bat right for your face. And she is going to roll.
Oh.
She's going to roll a. She got. Oh fuck! She got a. What is that? A 4 plus a. A 4 plus. She rolled a 6.
I go, oh no, a quarter of a stick.
Do you just like lean backwards? Because she's not gonna hit you, so I'll let you describe it.
I think she goes to hit me, and I just sort of flinch and put my arm up, and it hits my arm, and I go, it's gold.
Oh my god. So she goes and swings her quarterstaff like a bat, looking to connect with Kirkin's head as he swiftly picks up his arm and puts his gold bracelet between him and the quarterstaff. And as... What is it?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Wonder Woman gauntlet.
What did you want it to be?
I wear gold chainmail under my suit.
Oh, okay, so his long sleeve chainmail, and as she goes and she connects with his arm, it does no damage. She looks shooken as her quarterstaff kind of reverberates in her hands, and she says, "That's not gonna stop me." And the camera pans away from the battle and back to Miyuk. Miyuk, make a con saving throw. Or a con check.
Seven.
With that 7, you hear the winces and the whines of the wolves being attacked by your carnal self. You can hear them from inside your mind, but you can't break your way into your own mind's control to take control over your carnal body. It's unfortunate. Go ahead and make
Man,
one
if you
more.
roll any worse, you're gonna like just start saying racist things. Really offensive.
Fuck. No, I won't.
You wolf boys, you wolfies.
I'm a wolf boy.
You roll a 2 and start saying derogatory things about your mother.
Go ahead and make another con roll.
14.
With a 14, you struggle to take control of your own body as it rips through. You can feel the sensation of warm blood on your claws, but you can't do anything about it. Make one more con check. With a 21, you come to consciousness as your claws rip across the neck of the black wolf, and you hear the of its final breath as it falls limp on the snow. The white wolf comes and puts itself between you and the black wolf, and it says, "Please stop, please."
Oh.
You have control of your body again, and you feel the sensation of warm blood on your claws. You can see, like, through your eyes, you came to consciousness and were able to witness the final blow that ended the black wolf's life.
Cool.
What do you do?
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm a little shocked after that one. I think Miyuk's just gonna look. Cool. Did my audio die?
No. I mean, we can hear you.
No?
I can hear
Okay, it just changed my computer. So, I think I'm going to look down at my hands and just like relive every terrible thing that I've ever done, and then I'm just gonna say I'm so sorry and run the opposite direction.
Okay, make a con check.
$18.
Okay, with an 18, you feel the impulse try to take back your body, and as you're running, you get about 60 feet away from the wolf. You look back, and you manage to keep control of your body. Would you like to keep running?
There's nothing I can do for the black wolf, and if I lose control again, I might just kill the white one, so yeah.
So you're gonna keep running the opposite direction?
Yep.
Okay, you speed through the trees, going as fast as you can to make your path away from the carnage that had just ensued. Go ahead and make one more con check.
19.
19. You continue to keep control of your body, even though you can feel the presence inside you pulsing more and more, hungry to take back control of your body. And in your head, though you're running and you stay conscious, your vision goes dark, and what's different this time is that you don't feel like you're sinking back into your body. You feel the same sensation you had at the beginning of the night when you kind of zoned out for a second. And in this black pitch blackness, two yellow ochre eyes slide open again. The pupils contract to slits. They look like parenthetical knife wounds, just as before, and you hear, "Why are you running from this girl? Why aren't you giving in to your bloodlust? Why are you fighting me?"
Because it's the wrong thing to do.
The wrong thing to who? The weak?
If being weak means I don't want to kill anything that moves, then yes, I'm weak.
Then you shouldn't have given over into this bloodlust in the first place. You're a disgrace to werewolf kind.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a big pile of trash and I should probably just die.
Weak child. We'll see how long you last the night. And then the eyes close, and you keep running. So at this point, you've made it about a good bit away from the wolves, but you can still hear them off, or you can still hear the white wolf off in the distance, and you hear a "ow, ow, ow" of sorrow for its mate who has passed on. Okay, and we will make one more con check for me before we leave your view.
13.
Okay. So, flashing back to the rest of the group, we have a decision to make. So, as she ran forth and took her swing at Kirkin, Kirkin expertly blocked it, and she said, "This won't stop me!" And we're back to the top with Riverin feeling the need to take action.
Alright, so how far am I from, I guess, Kirkin? I'm just gonna, just run up to the side and then figure something.
If you were to get, you can't get all the way to Kirkin and still have time to take another action, but you can get between Kirkin and Garth. You can get halfway between them, because right now Kirkin is 30 feet in front of Garth, and you're 15 feet behind Garth.
Right, okay. So I am just going to run up.
It's basically a straight line.
Yeah, and cast Eldritch Blast.
Great, okay. So first time you're using it since your character leveled up, which is pretty cool. So,
yes.
what I'm going to describe real quick. So Riverin runs up, placing himself in front of Garth, between, but slightly behind Kirkin, offset by enough so that he thinks he can take a blast shot at the druid. And something is different, Riverin. This is the first time you've cast Eldritch Blast in a while, since you guys have been on your adventures, and you feel a different sort of energy, and you know that energy is coming from your studies under the Pact of the Tome and your time with your Black Grimoire, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So with that new found energy, you cast Eldritch Blast, and this Eldritch Blast is different than any other. It feels more powerful within you. It feels like it has more energy. So go ahead and cast Agonizing Eldritch Blast and roll your d20 to hit.
20.
And let me know what your d20 roll is.
It is 14.
Okay, so 14. With casting Agonizing Eldritch Blast, you have a 6+ modifier to that. So you essentially rolled a 20, and a 20 definitely hits. So when you take that 20, go ahead and roll for damage. It's 1d10 force, and then you're going to add 4 for your charisma modifier.
A 9!
A 9. So with a 9 and a 4, you do 13 points of
Kyle
damage.
cut out. Kyle.
Oh, sorry. So with a 9 and a 4, you do 14 points of Nope, 13. You do 13 points of damage to this druid, so go ahead and describe for me how that happens.
Alright, so like I queue up for a blast, and then again, purple lights emanate from my wrist, and I form a Kamehameha and shoot it straight into the druid.
So you hear some crackling energy from behind you, and it whizzes past your shoulder, Kirkin, and lands dead center in the chest of the druid. She stumbles backwards with a scream and a retch, and she goes, "Oh, that's some strong magic, boy. But believe me, I have more fight in me yet." Woo!
Fuck yeah.
And then with that, it is now
Fight,
Garth's turn.
All right. I wasn't gonna go that far. Instead, I was just gonna shoot her. But okay.
We're just gonna censor that.
Edit that one out.
Yeah, that's gonna be edited out.
Completely.
All of our faces are gonna be there, and we're just gonna be like,
Just like put a beep over it.
Rayze is on some next level. Like,
I look at him and I hit him with the broadside of my sword.
So, since we're already everyone's really attacking her, I will use my crossbow once again at her. And now she's probably closer to me, right?
yes, she is closer to you. Yep.
Okay. So I'll roll the hit.
Okay.
I only got 11.
Yeah, so it does not succeed. Her bark skin is what's really defending her from that blow.
Okay.
So, how do you take your shot?
Poorly.
Again. So from her perspective, she sees the cleric behind his shield perch up again and take aim at her one more time. With the bark skin that she has imbued upon herself, the crossbow bolt shirks right past her shoulder, bouncing off her skin, and she says, "I told you, boys, I have much..." Oh god, her voice! She says, "I told you..." Natasha of the...
We'll pretend there's an accent. You can
Natasha of the mountain.
Yeah.
I told you I have more fight in me than that. You're gonna have to do better.
tight.
And with that, it is now...
My turn.
Yes, it is now Rayze's turn. So Rayze, you're 30 feet away from this assailant. You see that Ribbon has run up, blasted her backwards, and right into her chest. Kirkin has defended an attack from her, and she's gearing up, or she's kind of recovering from her shot from River and had just knocked back a crossbow bolt from Garth.
Okay, I can't... who is she, like, paying attention to right now? Garth? Or did she just kind of, like, brush off Garth?
I mean, she was just shot by a crossbow bolt with Garth. However, she is in front of Kirkin and Rivern and engaged in battle with them.
Okay, and they're, like, what? You said they're, like, 30 feet away from me?
Yes. All three of them, the druid as well as Kirkin and Rivern, are about 30 feet away from you.
Okay,
Scratch that, sorry, Rivern is 15 feet back, but it doesn't matter. He's between you and the druid. Somewhere between you.
and we're just, like, out in the snow right now, right?
Yeah.
So
There's several trees. So if you look up doing a survey of the battleground right now, you see that there is the druid who is engaged in combat directly in front of Kirkin. Off to the side of the druid is a large tree, still leafless, but large enough to hide your body if you wanted to jump behind that. And then there's several other smaller trees dispersed throughout the battlefield. But yes,
Okay.
you are in the snow.
Is there any way that I can make my way like almost like behind her without being detected?
So what I'm going to say you can do is you can make a stealth check to move stealthily over to the tree that's on the side of her.
Okay.
And with your stealth, because of all the buffs you have, because of your class, you add +7 to any stealth check.
And I roll a d20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 14, so that...
So you do 21, and her passive perception is not higher than 21. So you sneakily make your way over to the side of the tree that is about 10 feet away from her. What would you like to do after that?
Can I perform a sneak attack?
Yes. So you can perform a sneak attack, and you can. What are you attacking her with? With your short bow? That would be the only way that you could perform a sneak attack is with your short bow.
Can I actually... Can I light up one of the TNT things and just throw it at her?
You really like explosives, don't you?
I just want to get rid of these. I've had these for like 3 episodes now with no use, and I'm trying to...
So you take one of the 2 TNT like sticks, dynamite sticks that you have, and you... How are you gonna light it? Do you have a light?
My fingers, they're dry and shit. I can just...
That's a stretch. What, do you have anything you can light TNT with? I mean, lighters don't exist, so...
I mean, I guess I can just grab like a little stone and just... Right?
Make a survival check to see if you can produce a flame
Have
with
Roman
a stone.
candles in your pack? I have Roman candles in my pack. That's why I'm asking.
Even so, though, you need a way to light them.
Roman candles? I thought they just open.
Oh, maybe. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Neat.
they're like flares.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 14 again.
Okay, so with a 14, you managed to get a spark. So you now have a stick of TNT, a stick of TNT in your hand that's lit. And you're behind a tree.
Please don't
Yeah.
throw it at me.
No, I'm gonna throw it at this bitch.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you make a ranged attack. So you're gonna have to roll and add your dex, and the point is for you to aim it and like get it right next to her, correct?
Yeah, I wanna like throw it like near her feet.
Okay. Go ahead and
Right. Okay.
go ahead and roll. No, go ahead and roll.
I'm so scared. I feel like I'm only 15 feet away.
Yeah, we're so close.
I'm no feet away.
You guys will live.
Raise it.
I see him getting the dynamite ready, and I'm like, it's only gold.
Do you guys know what Ray's wisdom modifier is? It's a -1. Just so.
I rolled a 17.
Okay, so you expertly toss the TNT and it lands right next to her, and it is the little wick is counting down.
I have my umbrella.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, sorry to blow things out of proportions.
You do
I
that.
lift my umbrella up a little and I go, that was pretty good.
So with that, you have. It is Olga's turn next, and then Kirkin's. So Olga,
blow.
what would you like to do?
Who's next to me? Anybody?
Now,
Is anyone next to me?
nobody. You're the last one. You're the highest one up the slope.
Oh, I'm the highest?
Yeah, you're like. So in front of you, in 15 feet in front of you is Garth. You just saw Rayze sneak off to the side to go behind a tree off to the right. In front of Garth, you have Rivern posted up. He just shot a Eldritch Blast at her. And then 30 feet in front of Garth, you have Kirkin engaged in combat with the druid.
Okay. I'm going to... Oh wait, no, they're more than 15 feet away from me. I'm torn. I don't want to run towards
move.
the dynamite.
Oh, never mind.
There's dynamite down there.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I totally know.
I cannot believe you screwed me up, Pedro.
Oh, did he screw you up? I'm so sorry that he threw dynamite at your feet.
Hey, like I had a good punchline. I had to use it. Okay.
All for a joke. This is the end of the episode now.
How much hit points does this monster have left? I don't want my friends to die. How mad would you be if I...
Make a perception check.
Okay. 18.
With an 18, you know she's taken a considerable amount of damage.
Who's after me?
Me.
Okay,
Maybe.
Can I use prestidigitation to unlight that fuse?
Oh, actually.
Oh, yeah. You can snuff out a candle. So you can... And what's the distance on prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
Maybe you can knock her off her feet and have her like
It's 10
her
feet.
body on it. It's kind of like when people take a grenade.
So if I run
If you
forward and then use it.
If you run forward and use it, you could reach it.
Okay, I'm gonna do
You need to
that.
make your full move forward so that you are post up just behind Rivern, and you can see Kirkin about 10 feet in front of you, and you want to use prestidigitation to snuff out the fuse on the TNT dynamite.
Okay, I do that.
Okay.
And then at the same time I pull out my megaphone and I... Okay, go. Say, what were you gonna say?
I'm gonna make you make a check for this because it's I know that prestidigitation can automatically snuff out a candle, but a TNT fuse is a little different. It's not gonna be insane. Go ahead and roll and make an Arcana check.
You act like I, as a wrestler, don't work with pyrotechnics very often, and
Fine,
my
okay.
feelings are hurt. No, I'm kidding.
Do it with an advantage if you wish. Arcana.
Arcana. 15?
Yes. Okay. So, what do you do to make the fuse go out?
Oh, I just run as fast as I can, and I literally... Well, I'm too far away. I was gonna say I would just jump on it and then, like, stomp on it.
No, yeah, it has to be some sort of, like, distance thing.
Okay. I just do, like, a hand flourish.
Okay.
And then
So,
it sizzles. The wind brushes it and blows it out.
Kirkin, just in a surprise attack about 6 seconds ago, Rayz tosses out a lit stick of dynamite, and what does he say? He rattles off some bad
What'd you
pun.
say?
Sorry to blow this out of proportion.
He rattles off a bad pun, and
So
in
far away you can't hear it. Just
and in like, I don't know, somebody has answered your prayers because Olga has rushed forward, waved her hands, and the fuse goes out.
And then I look at Rayz and I go, that is not OSHA approved!
And Kirkin, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try and grapple her so I can bite her.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a strength check,
Love it.
You're biting a tree.
and she's gonna make a contested strength check.
I'll get through it.
Okay.
We're gonna find a really good use for the rest of that dynamite. 'Cause
So-
I really wanted to see an explosion.
Me too.
I'm sorry, I didn't want blood and guts everywhere though.
I mean, I wanted a campfire.
What did you roll, Kirkin?
16.
Okay, with a 16, Kirkin, you succeed. Go ahead and tell me how it happened.
Oh, phew. with a 16, I
Suck a
grab
dick.
on to her shoulders and say, sorry for touching you without asking. But I am angry at you and I'm uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I don't know what to do.
So you're restraining her like you would like a child, like you're grabbing onto her shoulders and keeping her there?
Like her arms, like squeezing her arms. Yeah.
Okay. And she says, let me go! Take your hands off of me!
Can I just roll the biter?
Oh wait, she gets one check, basically, against it, and then you can take your bonus action.
Do it!
No, she doesn't.
Fire, bitch!
She doesn't break out of your hold.
Cool. I bite her in the neck and drink her sap.
So if
Gross.
you're
Sap.
going,
Ugh.
if you're
Nitrous.
going to bite her, you have to roll to bite her. So basically, she already failed less than you would roll. I can already tell you that. So you sink your teeth in, and you do 2d6 of piercing damage, and then you also do 2d8 of necrotic damage, and 1d12 of necrotic damage from your bite. So just you're gonna kill her. Like, it doesn't matter. You're going to kill her. Do you want to roll all that?
Fine.
So do 2d6, then 2d8,
18.
then add 3,
What's a d12 look? Oh, got it.
and then you roll 1d12 and let me know what that is separately.
Oh, okay. What was the first number I said?
You said 8 and then 9. Oh.
Yeah, I think I said 18.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so yeah,
I think
sure.
you
I
said
got
9.
21 plus 6.
21 plus 6? Okay. Is 6 your d12?
Yeah.
Okay, so 21 points of damage. So you tear into. Well, I'll let you describe how you do it, but you kill her, however you want to do it, and then also you get 6 points of. You get 6 hit points back, and you no longer need to feed for another 5 days.
Nice. I think I just bite her neck, and while I'm biting, I'm just like, this is so gross. This is so gross. I hate this part.
Yeah, so her blood is like sappy and cold. Yum.
I changed my mind. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's kind of pleasant. It might remind you of the holidays. It's much more tastier than the other, than the cook's blood.
Does it taste like maple syrup?
A Canadian vampire's favorite snack. Cool.
Oh, she has brains, Pedro. She's yours now.
So
I can't watch this, guys.
everyone else, as soon as you see Kirkin grapple her and bite into her, where are you biting into her?
Oh, just her neck. Her neck area.
You see Kirkin bite into her neck, and her skin actually starts, the bark on top of it starts to slough off, and you see her skin underneath, and it just starts to turn blue, and she just goes limp in Kirkin's grasp.
And then I go, it's gold.
And she
I'm gonna
drops
walk
to the
over.
ground.
Gonna walk over, grab my TNT, look at Olga and be like, punk ass book jockey, and then start eating.
You're gonna eat
The
her
lady.
brain.
Listen, if,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I would have let it happen, I'd be wearing all of your skin by now.
So
That's nice.
Kirkin,
I'd like to
as
see you try, bitch.
We're gonna find such good uses for that dynamite later. Don't worry.
I can't believe Kirkin's bite.
I pick it up, and I give it back to him.
His bite
you.
is stronger than my Eldritch Blast.
I thought this was gonna go somewhere else.
It's the bite is hard because I have to like roll for the bite, then they get a chance to contest the bite. I also have to roll to grapple them, to hold them, and then it's like, and then I roll to attack, and it's like I have to do 4 checks to get it, which is very scary.
yeah,
True.
But when it works, it fucking works.
yeah, true. So Kirkin, as you wipe your mouth clean of the blood that you were just drinking, you see rpgKyle rush over, and the typical, like, witty rogue rpgKyle that you know, that whole facade kind of drops away real fast, and he just carnivorously reaches down and, well, you can describe how you...
Finish him! And I just, well, finish her. And...
Wait, in which way?
Yeah. Like, how are you just, like, ripping open the head and eating?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of, like, turn around so you guys can't, like, really see, and you guys just hear, like, the crunching sound of, like...
You should probably just warn us before you do that, though.
Well, that's why I turned around. You guys have been with me for a week now. You guys should know what it's like.
I haven't seen. Last time you did it, it was in the kitchen. I wasn't with you.
Don't be ashamed. It's completely natural.
Yeah, so you guys just hear, like, the crunching sound. You guys see just, like, blood, like, kind of splattering around the snow.
As blood splatters around the snow and the remains of the druid are bitten into by rpgKyle, it's oddly quiet as the snow starts to fall from the gray sky above you, or the black sky above you with the gray haze. And go ahead and everybody make perception checks, including Miyuk.
Are we the protectors of this forest now? Great, I got a critical fail.
What are you rolling again? A d20?
Yeah, you roll a d20 and you add your wisdom modifier.
Oh, wisdom?
No, wait.
Ooh, natural 20.
18.
Perception. You add your perception skill. If you're proficient in it, you get a plus.
Mike, Kyle, you're muted again.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
So I got 16.
16, 18. Critical fail for Olga.
Yes.
I got a 12.
Okay. And I need Pedro and Paul.
I got a 2.
I got a 20.
20. Okay. Well, obviously, rpgKyle is busy consuming his meal. Olga, I feel like you are real interested in what's going on with rpgKyle because you know, are focusing. Quit standing, Miyuk! Just for now. It's okay, just for now. So, rpgKyle and Olga are preoccupied.
We're playing patty cake.
Let's see.
We killed a druid! We killed a druid! We killed a druid!
Yeah.
So, everybody else rolled well enough. Okay. So, with that eerie silence, everybody else, you notice that, like, almost a circle of the gray mist has kind of dissipated, and you can see up into the sky at the full moon. So we've got Rivern, Garth, and Kirkin. You all look up as the snow starts to fall, but you see this kind of, like, hole in the sky, or in the mist, that allows you to break through and see the full moon. And from that full moon, you see kind of light and dust shaking off the moon, almost like coalescing into a being. And that being starts to dive down from the moon in the form of an elven woman. And it's spiraling, and it's diving down to the earth as gravity pulls the form further and further towards the earth beneath you. A faint aura is kind of left behind, and you can see it's super majestic. As it dives down towards the ground, it unfolds, and its legs shoot stretched out into a point. Its arms are raised above, kind of in a streamline, it almost looks like she is garnering applause after somebody had finished an insane act of gymnastic ability. Her hair is flowing upwards towards the moon, and it flurries around the face. It plummets into the sparse trees, and Miyuk, you look up and you can actually follow the path of this form to the place where the wolves were. So it plummets into the sparse trees. Everyone else, it gets lost in the mist as the clouds kind of form back around. And to your amazement, Muke, there's no crash or boom that really accompanies something that's falling from the sky at that speed. In actuality, for a moment, you think that there's an absence of sound. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.